Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saleha Binti Fadli. My matric number is 261507. Today, I will present my individual assignment titled Misleading Advertisement. Introduction. Lately, some issue arise about many companies promote injurious products with misleading information that can be harmful to consumers or the environment purely for the sake of improving the bottom line. From breakfast cereals to vehicles, but the business have blatantly fooled the customers by offering false facts. One of the well-known issues reported by CBS News was Nutella claimed to be healthy, nutritious food. The New York Daily News reported Nutella maker Ferrero USA Incorporation will pay out $3.05 million as part of the settlement, with $2.5 million to be divided among customers who file a claim. As part of the settlement, anybody in the United States who bought Nutella between January 1st, 2008 and February 3rd, 2012, or for the resident of California between August 1st, 2009 and January 23rd, 2012 may file a lawsuit. People will claim their purchases until 5th July 2012 and expect $4 for a single purchase and up to 5 jars for a limit of $20 per household. For decades, companies have inflated the quality of their goods and downplayed mediocre aspects to make them more sellable. This practice continues until customers take note and begin to doubt the validity of the facts. Okay, let's move on to the 2.1 is types of misleading advertisement. One of the types of misleading advertisement is false advertising, which uses truth but deceptive facts. Victor Densue, in his journal, state in use vague, deceptive, or outright untrue claims when it comes to marketing a product, which is why this advertisement is also known as false advertisement. Facts are given, but they are either incorrect or there are important facts that are concealed or not stated. This claim also supported by Manos Hashtag and Michael Brazis. Marketers also pretend to be right but inaccurate in ads or on product packaging when a fact or material fact has been omitted. For example, the marketer can fail to reveal researching criteria required to understand the argument correctly. The research by Dr. S. Pravin Kumar and Dr. D. Gunasalan listed a few companies that were guilty of false advertising, such as New Balance. One of the sneakers has been sold with the claims to help consumers burn calories. No studies confirm this, and their shoe turned out to be an injury hazard. In a journal titled Manipulative Advertising, Persuasion and Manipulation of the Consumer Through Advertising, the researcher stated that the most claims used in manipulation through advertising are the exaggeration of the quality of product, fallacious arguments, and emotion appeals. Many ads are put in nearly all advertising released on graphic and combined strategies to influence consumers. Some of the most used such techniques are the manipulation by photoshopping, the mixture of the amusement with ads, the manipulation of the size and the price of the product, and the misleading graph. Clara Moela Molina supported this point in her journal titled Misleading Ad Food. Many advertising strategies transmit a message based on an exaggerated promise, an immediate benefit, the unbeatable quality, or total guarantee of the product, and therefore often entail an economic loss or health risk to the customers. The last type of misleading advertisement is advertisers often bring into effect unfair tactics to maximize or retain their market share in the competitive world of mainstream consumer markets, such as exaggerating or pretending to be honest about a product, its components of its function. This DC not only affect the justice of business rivals and the economy of customers who buy a good or service that does not meet advertising standards, but also affects the welfare of consumers in the long run, owing to the use of goods which are not as harmless as marketed. A study titled Deception by Implication, a typology of truthful but misleading advertising and labeling claims, highlighted that consumers are fooled to the degree that the inference is incorrect. Then, source bias happen when buyers are also subjected to recommendation by professional or organization, which is an expert source, or testimonials by the customer or the typical consumer source. Okay, this is the example of misleading advertisement. A finding from a study by Muhammad Nek Mahmud Argon and Sheikh Majidul Haq showed about fairness cream advertisement in Bangladesh. The advertising copy was, by using this cream, you can be bright, beautiful, and attractive within a week. The researcher argued that through the uses of fair cream, the darker skin tone cannot be changed to white. Purchasers have found that their facial skin is different when continue the using of fairness cream but not white. The uses of creams will also lead to complications in the skin, such as itchiness, rashes, dryness, pimples, stiffness, and darkness in the face of the skin. Popular skin whitening chemicals were retained to be related to the harmful side effect of facial skin. Without the use of ingredients such as steroids, mercury, hydroquinone, and other toxic chemicals for skin bleaching, skin whitening creams would be not effective. Through distributing this kind of false material, they steal customers' right and breach the laws and values of coffees that excite society. The role of Food and Drug Administration. Based on journal title, the role of FDA enforcement is misleading product labeling claims in hospitality. The researchers conclude that in ensuring that their claims are authentic and do not contain any noxious chemicals, FDA requires manufacturers' voluntary involvement. There are no further ways of legal redress for the customers, and they are required to use appropriate state rules. The only way that false statements on food labels can be rectified has been by consumer-led lawsuit. Food sold for its use in restaurants is therefore removed from any FDA involvement. This led system for tracking consumers' food intake can be blamed on and lies on the shoulder of the hospitality and food service industries for at least some of the health problems facing in this world. Misleading advertisement is not new anymore in business. This issue will bring benefit to a company, but after the public discover it, the company involved will face a downfall and losing customers' trust. Therefore, the customers are no longer will buy their products. Furthermore, this issue will have an impact on customers themselves because the product will be harmful to them. Misleading advertisement can be in form of misleading product information, misleading information graphics, and so on. It is hard to identify if the advertisement is misleading or not. Thus, legal action must be formed for customers easier to detect this kind of problem in future. Government especially need to come up with a strict advertisement regulation as guide for companies to follow. Companies also must follow all the requirements needed to advertise their product. Gaining customers' trust is much more better than gain profit with fraud that will not last long. Customers have the right to get the right information before deciding to purchase a certain product. That is the company's responsibility to provide truthful information instead of giving vague information about their product. This kind of deception will only bring unhealthy competition to the market. Some of the misleading advertisements led to discrimination. This mostly happened in skincare products about fairness cream. The world is full of diversity and different skin color. However, most of fairness cream advertisement had been fit younger women that being fair is a standard beauty. This deceptive advertisement brings misery to the younger women because they feel insecure about having darker skin. The customer believe by consuming those fairness cream, they can be whiter and more beautiful. The advertisement play a significant role in determining not just customer purchasing choices, but also their mindset. For example, the case of Fair and Lovely, New Draft Drugs and Magic Remedies Objectionable Advertisement Amendment Bill 2020 recently introduced ₹10 lakhs in fine and up to 2 years in jail for the first time offences to firms that selling goods that appear to make a person fairer, look healthier, increase their weight, improving their memory, or provide hairless or graying cures, and etc. The Indian Express state that a jail term up to 5 years can be extended or a fine of up to 50 lakhs rupee can be levied in the event of a later conviction. There's a lot more cases about misleading advertisement. However, some companies don't take it seriously and still doing this unethical behavior. It's about time both government and companies come to an agreement to be professional on this matter. If this issue is handled with care, the businesses in the market will have more healthy competition locally and globally. Customers will be more convinced to buy their products and no harm done. In conclusion, misleading advertisement is an unethical behavior. There are many types of deception companies used to deceive customers. There are many harms this issue will bring to both marketers and consumers. That's why government use regulations to control and prevent this issue from happening. Consumers need to aware that their rights are protected by law. For example, in Malaysia, by the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumers Affairs (KPD and KK), where consumers can file their complaints. Companies, government, customers must aware of this unethical practice and action must be taken seriously.